Good morning and welcome to this very, very cold morning here in our car park at Cherry Tree Hill School. It's the 11th of November, it's Remembrance Day, and I hope over the next 20 minutes or so that you enjoy what we're going to do for you and what we're going to show for you. We've got children and staff all around the school who will be showing what they've done for Remembrance Day and sharing that with you. So, without further ado, let's start, and we're going to go to Miss Maskell, who's got some reception children. What have you been up to, Miss Maskell?
Hi everyone, I'm here with a few of my reception friends here. And what have we painted, reception?
Poppies.
Poppies, we've been painting poppies. And we were just talking about exactly how we knew what poppies look like. And we know that lots of people are wearing poppies at the moment. Phoenix, who do you know who is wearing a poppy today?
Mrs. O.
Mrs. O is wearing a poppy today. I think she is. Karam, who do you know who's wearing a poppy?
The Queen.
The Queen was wearing a poppy on Sunday, wasn't she? And I bet she's wearing one today as well. Tilly, who do you know who's wearing a poppy?
Mummy.
Your mummy is wearing a poppy today. So lots of people are wearing poppies. And me, I'm wearing one as well. All to remember those soldiers. So show those poppies then. Let's show everybody how beautiful they are. So yeah, that's us. Thank you, Mr. Appleton.
Thank you, children. They look absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, I've got my poppy on as well today, because today's a special day all about poppies. And I even had some children who've been knitting poppies, and mums and dads have been knitting poppies and donating them to us. And our dog, Gwen, has got her own special poppy as well, and she's wearing it on her collar at home today. So we're now going to go over to Mrs. Taylor, who is with some Year 1 children who've also got some things that they'd like to show us for Remembrance Day.
Hi everybody, I'm here with Year 1 children, and we have been learning all about poppies and why we wear a poppy and the importance of Remembrance Day in our country. And the children have been making poppies and thinking about all of the things about that. So children, can you tell me something, Holly, about our poppies?
We wear poppies because we need to remember the past our soldiers.
Yeah, we were talking about the soldiers that died in the war to help us, and we made poppies and we designed our own poppies. What about you, Poppy?
We have to remember that it didn't start, it didn't won, because we celebrate it with poppies and Armistice Day.
Yeah, we said that it was Armistice Day, that's its official name. And what about you, Noah?
We wear poppies to remember the people, the boys and girls who died in the war.
That's right. And we've been looking around school and seeing all the lovely poppies. And in our Key Stage 2 area, we've got all the poppies that are laid out on the floor. We've been doing a really lovely work with it. Thanks, Mr. Appleton.
Thank you, Mrs. Taylor. Well, yeah, it's the 11th of November, and on the 11th of November, it's known as Armistice Day. And it's the 100 years ago today that the tomb of the unknown soldier was opened up. Now, it was not opened up, was set up in Westminster Abbey. And believe it or not, the guy in charge of the unknown soldier was a man called Lord Curzon of Kedleston. And Lord Curzon of Kedleston lived in Kedleston Hall. And it was his job to go over to France in 1920 and collect the body of a dead soldier and bring him over to Westminster Abbey. No one knew who this soldier was. And the soldier was taken through London, and King George V at the time, he saluted the coffin as it went past, and he also gave the soldier one of his specially chosen swords. And that tomb is still there, and it's still in Westminster Abbey in London. And Prince Charles, in about 10 minutes' time, will be outside there in Westminster Abbey to do his own commemorations, and he'll be wearing a poppy as well. So we're now going to go to Year 2, where we've got some children as well who are going to talk to us about what they've been up to.
Hello again, we've moved spaces and we've got Year 2s with us now who have been learning all about poppy fields. Lily Grace, would you like to tell me about your picture and what you've learned about the poppy fields?
The picture remembers people in the war.
Yeah, so that's right, they mixed lots of colours and they painted their pictures to remember the soldiers in the war. What about you, Finlay?
I painted the poppies to remember the army what died in the battlefield, and then the poppy growed in the battlefield.
Yeah, we talked about that, didn't we, in year 2? We talked about the poppies that appeared on that battlefield and that soldier that noticed them. What about you, Isaac? What did you do with yours?
We painted these pictures because of the people that died in the war. And we wear poppies because of poppies from the battlefield.
That's right, and we wear those poppies because it helps us remember. The children have done some lovely work around school, and we've all been working really, really hard.
Thank you, Mrs. Taylor, and thank you, children. So behind me now are some work that the Year 4 children have done. We had some children last year do these, and this year, Year 4 children have done. They've all made their own poppies behind us. And each year, we're going to be adding to this display, and we're going to be adding more and more poppies to our wonderful display behind us. And they're all made out of little bottles and things like that. So now we're going with Mrs. Redfern, who is with our Year 6 children, who have been writing some poems all about Armistice Day.
Year 6 would like to share their act of remembrance. They've written poems to honour those who made the ultimate sacrifice in war for the good of others.
Thank you to all those that made a choice to make a sacrifice so we shall have a voice, so we can laugh and play and see our kin and mess about and make it in, to give us a future that is ours, and therefore we should wear red poppy flowers. Thank you to all those that made a choice to make a sacrifice so we shall have our voice.
Everyone can appreciate the soldiers that fought not for hate, the rather they fought for the people they love. Sadly, they joined the world up above. The warriors were strong and brave. Tearfully, that was the day they met their grave.
At 11 a.m. on the 11th of November each year, we remember those who had no fear. They went to the war so we could be free. They gave their lives for you and me. So we stay silent for a minute or two. We think of those who were so brave. Those memories we must save.
Okay, Mr. Appleton.
Absolutely beautiful. Well done, children. They're really good poems as well. It's such a difficult thing to write a poem about remembrance, but you've really put some effort into those. Well done. So as you can see, all across the school, we've had lots and lots of different things going on. And it's been particularly difficult this year with the coronavirus and things because we haven't got a normal assembly where we all come together. But I know when it gets, as the clock draws closer to 11 o'clock, we will come together. Be it remotely, we will come together and we will share our 2 minutes silence across the school. We'll be turning all our phones off. We'll be asking all the staff and all the children to stand for 2 minutes in silence. While behind me, and you can just see there behind me, we've got Mr. McCrone, who is from Hot House Music, and they come in to us. They're practically here more than some of the staff, to be fair, and they are here, and they are our musicians coming to school. And Mr. McCrone is going to be doing the last post for us at the end of the 2 minute silence. So I've got a few words I need to read to you now that I think will just help us reflect and get us into the right frame of mind, ready for our 2 minute silence. This is from a poem, a very, very famous poem. They went with songs to the battle. They were young, straight of limb, true of eye, steady and glow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. But where our desires are, and our hopes profound, felt as a wellspring that is hidden from sight, to the innermost heart of their own land they are known, as the stars are known to the night. As the stars that shall be bright when we are dust, moving in marches upon the heavenly plain, as the stars that are starry in the time of our darkness, to the end they remain. And that is a very, very famous poem, and it's read quite a lot in remembrance services. Now, there was a big remembrance service that happened on Sunday when it was Remembrance Sunday, but it is Remembrance Day today. As I say, 100 years ago today, we had, it was the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier started, and a year later was when America started their Armistice Day. It's also an important day today because today is the first day that there's a royal trip going over to Germany to commemorate the fallen in Germany as well. So let's have a little look now. Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is controlling all of this behind the scenes. Would you like to just take us around the school just for a few moments, just to show everybody how we're getting ready for the 11 o'clock? And you can see the children getting ready to stand for their 2-minute silence. And you can see some other shots of the school just while we get ready. To come, and when it does, he will play the last post for us, and a very special tune called are you going to play the revival afterwards, or just the last post, Mr. McCraw? Just the last post for us. And you can see the year 6 children there with Mrs. Redfern. You can wave, it's okay. They're ready to do their 2-minute silence as well. And you can see the year 2, is that year 2 children with you, Mrs. Taylor, I believe? We've had to split the year 1s and 2s up, unfortunately, because of social distancing and things. So we've got some children there. And we've got the reception children still with Miss Maskell waiting for their 2-minute silence. It's particularly difficult with the younger children, I think, for a 2-minute silence to be done. But it's important, I think, that we teach the children about remembering and about respect and all of that. And incidentally, this is the first year in school that we've completely sold out of poppies. Completely sold out. I thought this year with the coronavirus and people struggling for money up and down the land, that we would be it would be very difficult for us to sell all of our poppies. How wrong was I? And I'm glad I was wrong. We actually sold all our poppies and they went very, very quickly. So as the time's getting closer to 11 o'clock, we've got 1 minute to go. And at 11 o'clock, Big Ben in London, it's covered up in scaffolding at the moment, but they're taking down some of the scaffolding so you can see the big clock. And the big clock, you'll be able to see it maybe when you get home tonight, children, you'll be able to go on your television and see Remembrance Day and see Big Ben get to 11 o'clock. And you'll see everybody all around the country and all around the world commemorating Remembrance Day. Let's have a little look at my clock. Okay, we're getting ready now. We're coming up to the countdown for 11 o'clock, coming now, and the rain is just about to start. Mr. Macron, when I asked him to do this, he said to me, he said, I might have to bring my brolly. I said, no, I don't know, you might not need to. And fingers crossed the weather holds for us over the next couple of moments while we get ready for our minute silence. It's interesting when people, you're walking around shops and all around in the community when it gets to 11 o'clock on Remembrance Day, because people just stop. They just stop and they take 2 minutes just to reflect. It's the right thing to do, okay? And I hope, children, that you tell your mums and dads how you've taken part in this today when it comes to 11 o'clock. So we're coming up to 11 o'clock now. We've got 15 seconds to go, and then we're going to do our 2-minute silence. At the end of the 2-minute silence, that is when Mr. Macron will play the last post for us. Okay. It's 11 o'clock. Thank you very much, Mr. McCrone, and thank you for joining us for our Remembrance Day Assembly. Thank you.